Jake saved $1,000 in 60 days. Marcus has been trying to save $1,000 for 2 years. Same city, same salary, same rent. The only difference is what each of them did on the first day of every month. And when you actually look at it, the gap will make you question everything you thought you knew about saving money. Let's keep this fair. Jake and Marcus both take home $1,200 a month after tax. Rent is $500 each. That leaves $700 for everything else: food, transport, phone, and whatever's left over. On paper, both of them should be able to save something every month. In reality, only one of them does. Marcus has a plan. Every month, he tells himself the same thing: I'll save whatever's left at the end of the month. Sounds reasonable. The problem is, the end of the month never comes with anything left. Month 1, 0 saved. Month 2, 0 saved. Month 14, Marcus checks his savings account, still 0. The account looks like it gave up on him. He's starting to agree. Jake does something different on day 1. The moment his salary hits, $100 disappears. Not into rent, not into food, into a separate savings account he named Do Not Touch. He doesn't wait to see what's left. He doesn't think about it. It's gone before he can spend it. That's $100 on day 1, before the groceries, before the phone bill, before the completely unnecessary midnight food delivery Marcus ordered on Thursday. Financial experts call this paying yourself first. Jake calls it the only trick that actually worked. Here's why it works. When Marcus saves last, money has already been spoken for by the time he looks for it. When Jake saves first, everything else adjusts around it. Unconsciously, Jake becomes slightly more careful for the rest of the month, not because he's disciplined, but because there's simply less to work with. The constraint creates the behavior. Week 2, Jake does something Marcus has never done. He looks at exactly where his money went last month. Not a rough guess in his head, an actual list. Here's what Jake finds. $14 on a music streaming app he uses maybe twice a month. $22 on a fitness app he hasn't opened since February. $8 on a cloud storage subscription for photos of food he took in 2021. Total forgotten subscriptions? $44 a month. $44 a month on things Jake genuinely forgot existed. He cancels all 3 in 11 minutes. Marcus has the same subscriptions. Marcus also has 3 more he doesn't know about. Marcus will find out about them in month 27 when he finally checks. Jake also looks at his food spending, $160 last month. He's not willing to stop eating, but he spots $40 of it was impulse buys. Snacks at checkout, 1 random 3 a.m. delivery, 2 coffees he bought out of boredom, not thirst. He doesn't cut food, he just cuts the part he wasn't enjoying anyway. End of week 2, Jake has found $84 he wasn't using. He moves it directly to savings. Marcus spends $38 on things he can't name 3 days later. Let's run the actual numbers. Month 1, Jake saves $100 automatically on day 1, adds $84 from the audit, saves $16 from small cuts during the month. Total saved, $200. Marcus saves 0. Tells himself next month will be different. Month 2, Jake's $100 auto transfer goes out before he sees it. He sells an old pair of headphones on a second-hand app for $45, saves another $180 during the month. Total saved this month, $225. Running total, $425. Marcus saves 0. Has a really good reason why. It was a tough month. Month 3, Jake puts in $200 again, picks up 1 small extra gig over the weekend. Nothing extreme, just enough to bring in $150 extra. Saves a total of $350 this month. Running total, $775. Marcus saves $22. Feels good about it. Spends 19 of it 4 days later. Net saved, $3. End of month 2.5. Jake crosses $1,000. He screenshots his balance. He sends it to nobody because he's not the type, but he looks at it for a while. Marcus is at $3. Marcus tells himself saving is hard when you don't earn enough. Jake earns the same amount. Here's the part nobody talks about. Marcus isn't failing because he lacks willpower. He isn't failing because his salary is too low or his rent is too high. Marcus is failing because of the order of operations. Earn, spend, save whatever's left. That system has a fatal flaw. There is never anything left. The lifestyle expands to fill the money available every single time. Jake's system is different. Earn, save, spend what's left. The lifestyle adjusts to what's available after savings. Slightly less comfortable, slightly more intentional, but the account grows. That's it. That's the only difference. Not income, not discipline, not some complicated budgeting spreadsheet. Just the order. And the $44 in forgotten subscriptions? That's not a small thing. That's $528 a year. In 5 years, if Jake invested that $44 a month at a modest 8% annual return, that's over $3,200 from apps he wasn't even using. Marcus made 3 mistakes. He saved last instead of first. He never looked at where his money was actually going, and he treated saving as an event, something that happens when conditions are perfect, instead of a system that runs whether conditions are perfect or not. Jake didn't have perfect months either. Month 2, his phone screen cracked, cost him $60 to fix. He saved $165 that month instead of $225. He didn't reset. He didn't start over. He just continued. That's the second difference. Jake treated a bad month as a bad month. Marcus treated a bad month as proof that saving was impossible. Jake has $1,000 saved. He's not rich, he hasn't solved his finances, but he has a buffer. For the first time, an unexpected bill won't wreck him. He has options he didn't have 60 days ago. Marcus is still at month 1, but he's finally looking at his subscriptions. The system isn't complicated. Save first, cut what you don't notice. Don't wait for the perfect month. The perfect month is not coming. Next time, we're going to show what Jake does with that $1,000 and why the first $1,000 is the hardest one you'll ever save. Subscribe if you want to see what happens next.